So this is BabyBack ribs. I love sweet barbecue style BabyBack ribs. So what we did here, I'm a big vinegar fan. Red wine vinegar, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. I threw in some basic butcher's cut rub. And that's in the water. And what we'll do is we'll boil them for a little while. We'll get all that flavor, all that stuff cooked into the beef itself, the meat. That way we got ourselves a nice tender fall off the bone rib. Stay tuned for more of this stuff. Maybe we can get you in here to cook. So what we're doing here now is still boiling the ribs. It could take 3 hours. I'm looking at an open pit fire. The fire's been going pretty good for now for what? How much time, baby? How long have we been on?
I don't know, maybe an hour.
Hour? Yeah, about an hour. Exactly an hour. 4:55. It's 5:55 now. About an hour. I haven't had to add any water, but I've been kind of regulating it, moving it in and out of the fire itself. It should be boiling most of the time. It's the only way that they're going to get really into the muscle membranes of the ribs themselves. It's got its own flavor. I mean, you stand over the pot, you're gonna smell that cook. Okay. I had to cut wood steady now for an hour, right? Just to feed this fire. It's doing well. I think I'm thinking in about another half hour, 45 minutes, due to my increased speed of the fire itself. I think I'll probably be pulling them off to actually grill them off for the rest of the time. I like doing them on the grill because it gives them that flame broiled flavor that you can't get from just putting it on a flat grill. It doesn't work the same. So once we get them off the boil here, we'll be ready to actually cook off the rest of the dishes for this impromptu Thanksgiving Day meal. So our ribs are done, boiled up, taken out, ready to go. They've been sitting in barbecue sauce in the same pan I used to boil them up. They got that vinegary flavor. What I'm doing is I'm cleaning my grill with oil so that any germs and contaminants that were on there get taken off. And just regular old cooking oil that I saved. It's amazing what you can do with stuff that you hold on to. I did use a little bit of the rib juice, mix it in with the barbecue so that I could get that good flavor out of it. This fire is steady. It's been going for what? 4 hours, babe?
Yeah.
4 hour fire. I'm coming to the end of my wood for what I needed, okay? And I think we're about ready for basting and processing. I'm gonna let that burn up a little bit. I also made some garlic mashed potatoes that I threw on while I was cooking off the ribs on the side. I sauteed some green beans. I made a brown sauce and threw it in there too. Pretty much a beef stock gravy. Nothing fantastic or spectacular. So all we're doing now is waiting for the fire to kick off a little bit. It's burning off the impurities on the grill itself. A lot of the fire's on the back end of it. It's actually caught the grill on fire, which is what you want. It'll give you just enough so that all the bacteria and all the other stuff that's on there, because it's constantly being used as a saute level. I use other pans and stuff on there, so it keeps stuff off the fire itself, allowing me to play with the fire more. Like I said, I've been letting our ribs sit in honey barbecue style sauce. So that it'll get that honey flavor to it. A A lot of people say that you should have a spicy barbecue. Honestly, to tell you the truth, it's really all personal choice. I like a real spicy stuff too. I like my ribs where I can eat them and not have to worry about whether or not I'm gonna have to get rid of them because they became too hot. So, I like a sweet sauce as well. Honey barbecue is probably the best sauce for that. I'm just letting the fire die down. I love cooking, you know that, right? I really do love to cook. I don't like to cook for a lot of people anymore, like commercially. I did that for a while. It's a lot of work with no gratification for it. In the end, unless you become a TV chef, like Gordon Ramsay, Oliver, what's his name? Oliver something from England. Chef Pierre White, who taught Gordon Ramsay how to cook in a kitchen, in a commercial kitchen, understanding that the boy has amazing skills and talent. It's very ungratifying. Head chef, you go to work, you work like almost 65 hours a week, and you get no credit for it, really. The owner that owns the restaurant gets all the credit. And unless you got a percentage of, or a bit of it, then you're not really gonna get anything. We're almost ready here. I would like to get the fire to dip down a little more so that I'm not putting the ribs directly on the fire itself. We want that barbecue flavor. We don't want, and that smoke, but we don't want that that burned out of hell flavor. So there's always that. I want you guys to see how I lay them out on the grill.
Okay.
So the fire's down deep. When I dug this fire pit, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to lay them off on the grill. What I've done here is I've built a fire pit that's deep, deep, deep. I've coated it in metal so that there's some metal reflection. It makes a hot box in the middle of it. Keeps everything nice and warm.
And it don't spread.
And it doesn't spread. On top of it, I've got about, what is that, 2.5 feet of rocks around it, creating an opening and an outside. If done right, you can heat your tent with this, if you have to, as a survival tip. So, I hope y'all are doing real well out there. Ribs is something that I love. And getting them on the fire, putting them on the grill itself, got that amazing twang to it. Can't get that anywhere else, really. That flavor is beyond a doubt unforgettable. I add a little bit of vinegar to that too. I use a red wine vinegar usually for an acid. The acid base is what the ribs are usually looking at. It allows the meat to soften up a little more. And I got a lot of the barbecue sauce here that's going to go back onto the ribs themselves as they're basting here. We're going to baste for about 20-30 minutes, slowly. They'll get that nice smoky flavor to them. You want to keep the fire there, just not overpowering. So I'll throw a little piece in at a time. My favorite thing in the whole world. See if we can get a nice look at it. Look at them.
It's too bright, honey.
Huh?
It's too bright.
How's that?
No, because it's just all red now.
How about that?
No, really, they're all red. It's all red because of the fire.
Not much I can do about that, baby.
Yeah, I was just saying. I mean, you can see them like that. It's just a good glare or something.
So, what we're going to start is basting. And basting is pretty much juices over the top, allowing the fire to cook it all the way through. It's an initial important part of getting ribs properly done. Coat them pretty evenly. This is where you're going to get their nice smoky flavor. Finish the ribs off nice, so well that it'll just fall off the rib itself. And we're going to do this for like the next 20 minutes or so.
Okay.
Okay.
Tell him something. Okay.
Last minute basting. I wanted to say hi to most of the homeless community out there. All you people, it's cold out there. It's gonna get colder. Please stay warm. There's no shame in going back to the mission if it's that cold. I won't do it, but there's nothing wrong with it. These puppies are coming out spectacular. So what we're doing is we're going to go ahead and give it some more honey barbecue. You want to give it a good glazing. I don't intend to give you guys any name brands. I think it'd be wrong. Yeah, I like my favorites. Everybody's got their own favorites, so.
Here, honey, take this. Show him
The base process?
well, no, just show him the ribs on the grill.
Yeah. Hmm. This here is the fantastic, amazing ribs of a gore. They should be nice and basted, get a nice good color on them, and coat them. Make sure they're just glazed over with the barbecue sauce itself. You're gonna cook them on the fire like this for, I don't know, 25, 30 minutes. There's a limit to how much fire you can actually get going if you don't keep the fire up running hot. It is smoking a lot. My suggestion is do this part very end. Make sure that you're in a nice area and closed where you're not going to be seen. Keep a lid on it. Shroud it if you have to. That's what mostly the tarps are all for, really, to make sure that this doesn't ever get seen. You just, it's Colorado Springs, folks. They're not going to let you go ahead and do this for nothing. Okay? It's illegal to do this. So, being that you're stuck, and this is what's going on, you might as well go ahead and keep it closed up, buttoned up. You want to keep a flame as much as you can. You want to keep that flame low. And 25, 30 minutes, you got yourself a nice set of ribs. I guess we'll be back to plate these up when they're done. We'll go from there to here, or from here to there. Whatever's more clever. So, what we're doing now is we're gonna go ahead and plate this. As we know, we're gonna have to get a little bit of everything in here. So, my spoon for the mash. We've already started packing it up because it's kind of cold out here to be eating outside, no matter how warm the food is. As you can see, it's still steamy. Little of our favorite mashed potatoes there. As you see, there's a nice little fire still going with the ribs sitting on the grill. Absolutely best stuff I've ever had in my life. I give it a little brown gravy. Sauteed green beans. Doesn't seem like a lot, folks, but it is. And finally, piece de resistance, our most favorite, lightning ribs.
Kind of moves in both right here, baby.
Yeah, I got it. Wow. That's why you never put a pole up.
Here we go.
Folks, and we have barbecue spare ribs, baby back ribs, sauteed green beans, mashed garlic mashed potatoes, and a brown meat gravy. I think that's what you got, folks. Absolutely lovely. It's been great. Shout out to all you people out there. Stay warm. You can eat too. This was brought to you by the motion picture people of Washington, D.C. No, Hollywood, California. And we have the most favorite and fantastic ribs and half shell. Yes. How do we change the photos to the other side? Huh? That's the problem. We have to do these stuff from the beginning. You guys can all eat like this. This is ribs. We're actually on sale up at Walmart. Baby back ribs, pork ribs. It's not exactly halal. I'm so sorry, folks. And then you have some sauteed green beans, mashed potatoes, brown gravy. A la carte, folks. This is it. This is love, life in the fast lane. Another dish by Raul Cordini. Still can't